everyone. Welcome to the Plow Zone Radio Show. We have Miss Haley O'Ryan.
And we've got Scott Reese in the booth today. Welcome to the show, Guy Coker.
How you guys doing?
Oh, Guy, it's great to have you on board.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So I understand you've been incredibly busy. You've got some new music coming out in your life. Can you tell us what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm in the band Scarlett, and we decided about a year ago to do a new album. Our first album, we had demos previously from the late 80s, early 90s. And so we got together, wrote some tunes, and recorded it, and we just released it in February, I believe. And then we have a video following up that just came out as well for the first single.
Okay, and is this the first time that you've added video to song and polished up to that level?
Yep, yeah, it's the first time we've done it. It was a lot of fun. We played with it back in the early 90s, but this is the first time we actually released something out and got out to the world after we've done it. So this is our first video. It was a lot of fun. We had a friend of ours has an airplane hangar here in Sacramento. We went over there and just goofed around all day, did some shots, did it all on iPhones. Turned out decent, and we came back, edited it, and released it, and it's out now. It's called Around by Scarlett.
Around by Scarlett. And how are you getting that out into the social world? What's your medium? What are you doing?
Yeah, so we have our Facebook page, of course, like everyone does, and then we have a YouTube channel. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you can see the video on the YouTube channel. There's also older stuff from our old demos that other people have put up there on YouTube over the last several years you can view as well. It's just kind of like a historical thing where they have all the, band photos from the late 80s, early 90s from those demos, and they've got some of the demo songs up there as well. So we added that to the channel.
So how many incarnations of Scarlett has there been, and how long have you been around?
Yeah, so Scarlett kind of formed in the late 80s. So it was like 87, I believe, was the first demo we did. And we got together, did a demo, added a couple band members later, and then did a follow-up demo, which was called One Night Long. I think that was in 88 we did that. And that demo, it got some airplay from the local radio stations and up here in Sacramento. I think back then it was 93 Rock, not 98 Rock. And we got some good airplay on there. And then, we toured around a little bit on the West Coast, Colorado, California, Oregon, all that up and down the West Coast a little bit. Played all the clubs in the Bay Area and in Sacramento and stuff like that.
So it's my understanding that you are a songwriter and guitarist. And are you also in control of some of the technical stuff for the band as well?
Yeah, so this latest album, I have a decent home studio. So when we decided to do this, I volunteered without knowing how much work it would be, but it turned out okay. But I volunteered to do all the recording and everything here. And so that the project we just did, I did all of the engineering, all the recording, wrote most of the songs. Terry contributed as well. The rest of the band contributed as well, but I took the lead on most of the writing. I wind up singing. That wasn't the plan at first. I first did the rough vocals because I was never a vocalist in the original lineup. So I started doing, during the writing process, I was putting all the scratch vocal tracks down so we could write the songs, and everyone was pretty happy the way that was turning out. So we decided as a group that I would just go ahead and put those tracks on there for good.
What kind of venues do you end up getting to reach with what you've written?
Yeah, so I don't know what our goal was when we started, but it's turning out, kind of a male-oriented audience. It's kind of a hard rock. I wouldn't call it thrash metal or anything, but it's a hard rock, kind of a blues-based, a little bit of 80s and 90s in there with a little new twist from, newer stuff. So, a little harder edge, but still rock and roll,
Okay, during you had some band issues in the 90s, you broke up.
Yep.
And being the entrepreneur you are, what did you do? You did something very important.
I did something.